Welcome back to our channel, Paranormal Enthusiasts. Today's tale is based on real-life events. Imagine being offered success and riches, but at a terrible cost. This is the story of John and his pact with the devil.
This is a tale I haven't told many people, for I find it hard to believe. I was a young and hard-working seller in the world of agriculture machinery. I would travel around the country selling giant tractors, harvesters, and drills, among many other machines. While I was successful in making sales, I was terrible at writing sales contracts, and it got to the point where I needed the help of a lawyer to tidy up my business mess. That's when I first met John, a lawyer recommended by one of my close friends. The lawyer wasn't part of any firm at that point, which I found odd because, according to my friend, he was one of the best lawyers he had ever hired. John's house served as his office, and this led me to the doorstep of this enigmatic legal savant. A mansion of vast expanse, yet the lawyer's abode was draped in desolation. His sole sanctuary was an office chamber and a peculiar amalgamation of furniture: a Spartan cot, a labyrinthine bookshelf harboring ancient tomes, a desolate desk, a diminutive stove that offered no warmth, and the rest of the house a hollow abyss. The lawyer's house had an unsettling atmosphere, but I paid it no attention. All I cared for at that point was to get my contract paperwork done so I could get my business back on track. Believe it or not, John got me out of all my legal trouble in no time. It was like magic. I couldn't believe that a lawyer so good could not own his own business or just have more connections with other merchants in our city. With the new contracts I had, I no longer struggled to get paid. So I decided to invite the lawyer John to a good restaurant to celebrate the success of the drafted contracts, assuring him that I would cover all the expenses. He declined my invites multiple times, but after much begging, he finally accepted the invitation, and we began to discuss various matters. I always found it strange that John lived alone in such a large and oddly furnished house. When I inquired about it, John shared a surprising story. The lawyer confessed that he believed himself to be cursed. He explained that when he had just graduated from law school, he attended a gathering with friends to celebrate their successful graduation. However, because he had just recently married and had a young son, perhaps 8 or 9 months old, he left the celebration early to be with his family. On his way out, one of his friends warned him about crossing the Devil's Alley, which was nearby, and offered a shortcut to the lawyer's home. The Devil's Alley had gained this surname given the legends that circulated about the place, which was rumored to be haunted by the devil himself. The lawyer laughed at his friend's warning and simply replied, "I wish he shows up in the alley so I can ask him for lots of work and riches." Laughing, John took the Devil's Alley shortcut. As he was walking through the alley, John heard someone calling out his name, but he didn't see anyone nearby. He kept walking, and his name was uttered again. When he asked who was calling him, a mysterious old man appeared from the shadows and said, "What do you want from me?" The lawyer didn't know the man. The mysterious man was old, but he was well-dressed, and his voice had a tone of authority and power. The old man replied, "You've just invoked my name. Now tell me what you want." Thinking it was a prank from someone who heard his conversation upon exiting his friend's house, or even someone sent by his friend to give him a good scare, John asked the old man for success and lots of work in his career. The old man agreed, but warned him to check the date carefully. "This that I shall give you, it might be for 1 year, maybe 2 years, who knows? Just remember the date," the old man said. The lawyer assumed it was a joke, dismissed the warning, and carried on with his life. However, the next day, the lawyer started receiving offers from various companies and law firms to take charge of important positions with excessively good compensation, and his legal career took off. Success was on his side, and once this started happening, the thought crossed his mind. What if last night's encounter was true? What if that old man was really the devil? That first year was filled with success. He became a senior partner for a very prestigious law firm in his city. He led several high-profile cases in federal court, winning them all and further increasing his reputation as one of the best lawyers in the country. Not only that, he had multiple employees and other businesses he was able to establish on the side, making him even busier and richer. A year later, on the same day he had met the old man in the Devil's Alley, he was as busy as ever. Okay, he thought to himself, 1 year has passed and I am still successful. I'm sure it was all my imagination. However, 2 years on the same day after that fateful encounter, he realized the Devil's Deal consequences. His wife had left him, taking their child with her. He never knew why they had left him, nor where they went, and he never heard from them again. On the same day, he was fired from the law firm where he'd made senior partner. He lost all his clients that day and the following days. His side businesses failed once after another, and his career crumbled. At that point, John believed he was truly cursed, for everything he had achieved dissipated within exactly 2 years after meeting that old man in Devil's Alley. From then on, he avoided society and just focused on getting enough money to survive every day. I have maintained contact with John, but he continues to decline invitations to go out and remains convinced he is cursed. Given all that he has experienced, I'm starting to think he might be correct.
The tale serves as a cautionary reminder that sometimes you do not require elaborate rites to invoke the devil, much less be able to make a pact with him. Such contracts may grant fortune and fame, but at a hefty price and for an uncertain duration. If given the chance, dear listener, would you make a pact with Satan himself? If you enjoyed this tale of the supernatural, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And remember, be careful what deals you make in the darkness, for the devil may be listening. Until next time, stay curious, stay scared, and always watch out for the shadows in the alley.